Well, we called out for those changes. Mikel Arteta has gone ahead to really make three changes from the team that started against Man City. And obviously, it was something that was supposed to be made tonight because some players were really taking it for granted that some positions are theirs for keeps. But one will also tell you that this is one of those games that Arsenal is going to play at the Emirates, looking much more easier than that of Newcastle. And the manager of Arsenal is trying to bench these players just to it that they really find themselves in a position of really playing well, all getting ready for a side known as Newcastle. Welcome to this channel, and that is Rokani Media Football. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? I already see Lucky Eddie Obelon. Hello, Papa. Thanks for the show. Following you live from Entebbe. Always nice having you on this channel, and it's always good to really keep it Rokani Media Football. And I understand that you guys are really having a blast from wherever you are, and this is the game of football that most Arsenal fans would love to see Arsenal getting back to winning ways, because them getting back to winning ways is one of the signs that will really show us that maybe they can get back on top of the table and obviously pile more pressure onto a team known as Man City as it plays West Ham tomorrow, because any shocker can come in through, and obviously Jorginho is in starting as I called in for that change. Then the big one is Kiwior making his first Premier League debut for a side of Arsenal. Smash the like button, comment and share if at all you're watching us for the very first time, and never to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. My internet is a little bit shaky. You have to bear with me tonight, but I think tomorrow we would have gone ahead to solve this problem. Now, Arsenal starting 11. Arsenal had Bukayo Saka of a tight about now, with lots of news and information coming in through from the stadium of the Emirates Stadium. Then the bench has Turner holding Kientieni, Thomas Partey, Fabio Vieira, Emily Smith-Rowe, Reece Nelson, and Martinelli, not forgetting Edin Ketia, starting onto the bench. That is the starting 11 of Arsenal. Then let's go to the starting 11 of Chelsea. Kepa Azabalaga, Azpilicueta, Wesley Fofana, Thiago Silva, Ben Chilwell, Kante, Enzo Fernandez, Kovacic, Madueke, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang returning to the Emirates for the very first time ever since he left Arsenal in 2022. That was January 31st. And Sterling playing into the forward role of a team known as Chelsea. Then subs Mendy, Badiashile, Chalobah, Garaga, Loftus-Cheek, Mukalo, Modric, Ziyech, Kai Havertz, and João Felix have gone ahead to find themselves in a position of being benched by Frank Lampard. Frank Lampard is the manager for a side of Chelsea, and Mikel Arteta is the manager for the side of Arsenal. So let's see how Arsenal is going to line up as far as the system is concerned, and what formation has Mikel Arteta gone in for to tussle it out with his team of Arsenal in there for you. So when you look at the starting 11 of Arsenal, they're having Aaron Ramsdale in goal. Obviously, we have no doubt about him. Then Benny White is playing as the right back for Arsenal. The system that Mikel Arteta is going to have to deploy is a 4-3-3 system. 4 defenders, 3 central midfielders, plus 3 forwards. Then Kiwior making his full Premier League debut. Then Gabriel Magalhaes playing on the left side of the central defense, and Kiwior playing onto the right side of the central defense. I know there are going to be so much questions about Kiwior playing on the right side of the central defense, because being left-footed and playing on the right side of the central defense might cause a lot of havoc into this Arsenal side. And let's wait and see whether he'll go on and obviously play very well. But You never know and never say never in such games of football, because Mikel Arteta went ahead to put in Jakub Kiwior. Maybe Jakub Kiwior is able to use both of his legs very, very well. Zinchenko, another one whom I thought that Mikel Arteta could bench, and obviously getting Kientieni, but has kept him into the team, and obviously being played as a left back. Jorginho coming to that midfield, central defensive midfield area as they take on Chelsea. Thomas Partey has to be benched. And I think this is a call that Mikel Arteta made late. I think the game of Southampton, the game of Man City, Thomas Partey shouldn't have started any of these games for Arsenal. That's it. If at all you know what Thomas Partey has been doing for this team in the previous 4 games, then it is a very bad decision taken by Mikel Arteta to start him. That's it. But according to me, it's obviously one of those that you need to be in a know that it has gonna hate to be made, and we called for it, and he has gonna hate to make it. Odegaard and Granit Xhaka playing into the midfield 3 alongside Jorginho. Then Leandro Trossard has come in for Gabriel Martinelli. After Gabriel Martinelli's indecent display against Man City, I think he deserved to be rested. But to me, I thought the player that deserved to be rested is Bukayo Saka. I think Trossard would have been played here and Martinelli would have gone ahead to start. But obviously, the manager has decided to start Leandro Trossard, which is a very good start, because each and every time I see him with Jesus on the field of play, I expect a lot of magic to be unleashed by that Arsenal side in the final third of the pitch. Bukayo Saka has gone ahead to maintain his position into the starting 11 of Arsenal, playing onto that. He's really going to be facing Ben Chilwell, his fellow countryman of England. For Leandro Trossard, is going to be facing an old man known as Pliqueta, and obviously Jesus is really going to be facing some good number of players. But I think today I want you to put a lot of eyes on Jorginho, and you're going to see how Jorginho makes Arsenal look better. And let's hope that Mikel Arteta is not going to realize it's late that Jorginho has to be a starter in this Arsenal side. You know, Partey or Jorginho, Partey or Xhaka, one of those should be benched. Jorginho should be a starter into this Arsenal side, according to me. So let's wait and see how Mikel Arteta is going to really tussle out this game. And I think this lineup can win this game of football, but my worry has always been onto a player known as Jakub Kiwior being played onto the right side of the central defense, yet he's really left-footed. Does he have a little bit of a right foot in him? We are going to wait and see tonight on how he's going to perform today in his first full Premier League debut. Then I'm having Lucky Eddie Obelon. Arsenal must win to prove that they are hungry for winning. Obviously, Arsenal has to win this game. If there is anything Arsenal has to do today, they should go ahead and really win this game of football, because they need to put pressure on Man City. You know, I don't want to see City win this trophy with 3 or 2 games to go. Let Arsenal really put a lot of pressure on City, because if Arsenal win tonight, they go back on the top of the table. That's it. City will go on to play West Ham. That is tomorrow, and they'll be having a lot of pressure. So I need to see Arsenal winning this game of football, and it's good to see that Arsenal gets back to winning ways tonight. He would have played Jorginho also. Yeah, I think Jorginho in the game of Man City would have gone ahead to do a very much more better than Partey, and I think you saw what he did when he came on through. He really gave Arsenal a relief in that midfield. Then I'm having Emmanuel Chris. It would be better if Saka was benched instead of Martinelli. What's your view on this? I've already gone ahead to really give my view onto that Saka would have gone ahead to be benched. Trossard would have started as a right forward, Martinelli as a left forward, and Jesus through the center or the central. So I think Arteta is just obsessed with Bukayo Saka, but I believe the top scorer of Arsenal this season is Gabriel Martinelli in the Premier League. I think he's having 16 goals this season. Then Lucky Eddie Obelon, he would have played Jorginho alongside Thomas Partey just to shield the centre-backs. I think that would have worked well when they are playing Man City. But when you're playing a team like Chelsea, vulnerable as it is, there is no reason to go for double pivot. For me, I called out for double pivot in the game of Man City. I called it out. If I told you watched my match preview, I was calling in for a double pivot into that game of football, but he never went on with what I had really said. And you saw what happened to Arsenal. So I think he's really learning a lesson, and maybe he's trying to give Jorginho some minutes in his legs, such that he prepares him to come all out as he takes on a side known as he takes on a side known as Newcastle. He might go with the double pivot of Thomas Partey and Jorginho. Now, let's go to the starting 11 of Chelsea as Pliqueta, as a Balaga keeper in goal, then as Pliqueta playing as a right back, meaning that it's going to be Trossard facing as Pliqueta, Ben Chilwell, left back of Chelsea, as you see him here. That means he's going to be facing Bukayo Saka. Then Thiago Silva and Wesley Fofana are going to find themselves in a position of facing Jesus through the center to defend that man very, very well. Then Enzo Fernandez played as a alongside Kovacic and Kante. This midfield three is really looking electric and really classy, but it's going to face Jorginho, Odegaard, and Granit Xhaka on the night. Then Sterling, left forward, meaning that he's going to face Ben White. Madueke, right forward, is going to face Zinchenko. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang returning back to Emirates, that is going to face Jakub Kiwior and Gabriel Magalhaes on the night. That is the team of Chelsea and how they're going to stand. They've gone in for a 4-3-3 system on the night. Then I'm having like Rokani. I'm really scared of Kiwior playing as a right. No, he's being played onto the right side of the central defense. That's it. He's being played on the right side of the central defense. He's not being played as a right back. If at all, I'm seeing the lineups here. Ben White is playing as right back, and Kiwior is being played on the right side of the central defense. Does have a little bit of right foot in him. Let's wait and see whether he really has. But I think Arteta making that decision is really so much pivotal onto the player and his ability to use the right foot. Then Bayern, Rokani, how are you, bro? What happened to Kosi Arsenal podcast? Kosi is returning. I talked to him like 2-3 days back. He is at university. I think he's doing his finals, and soon he's going to unleash himself. He's going to unveil himself, and soon, Kosi is going to be back onto the channel, and just wait for him. He's going to be back in full swing. So I see Arsenal winning this game by 3-0. That's it. That's my prediction, and let's wait and see how that's going to unfold in here onto this channel. So guys, thank you very much for checking through. I'm having Lucky Obelon, Emmanuel Chris, then Bayern. Thank you for watching in through. I'm going to return with the match reaction, when this game of football is done and dusted here onto this channel. I sign out for now. See you later, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. I'm out.